I'm so proud of me. Put the streets on top where they supposed to be. The sky is the limit, that's what Jesus said. Jesus said, Jesus said, Jesus said.
I know the title got y'all like, what? Huh? That's how I be feeling when people be talking about how athletes of the past couldn't play today and athletes of today couldn't play in the past. One thing you cannot deny is the time period. So to say that Wilt Chamberlain couldn't play in today's game, you know what Wilt Chamberlain will be doing in today's game? He will be shooting threes in today's game. You know? You get a couple athletes that get caught into errors, like in the errors, like Dwight Howard, right? I feel like Dwight Howard can still play today, but his style of play was dated by the time he got into, I want to say, to the Lakers. No, by the Rockets. By the time he got to the Rockets, his style was starting to get dated. So, like, you get some athletes caught like that. Like, I want to say maybe Carmelo is another victim of that, where they was trying to put shame on him for ISO ball, wherein you see guys like Luka do ISO ball all the time. But, you know, when they want to paint a narrative, they're going to paint it. But my whole situation, my whole thing with this narrative is that athletes can play in any era. You want to know why? Because they will have the resources of that era. Like, people like to bring up percentages of, like, Bob Cousy and them in that era. You know that percentage wouldn't be that percentage if Bob Cousy and them was in today's game? You want to know why? Because they'll be working on a fucking game. They'll be working on the areas, I said it right the first time. The areas that are important today. Bob Cousy, like, you'll have somebody like Jerry West who was shooting threes before the line was there, right? You'll have that. I feel like Jerry West is like one of those. Steph, what he's doing now is like, everyone can't do that. Even to this day, everybody can't do it. You can have, the only people that I feel like can do what Steph can do, but not even at the clip Steph is doing it, is Dame, Trae Young, it's somebody else I can't remember at this moment, but it's not too many. But to say, the straight dismiss that someone like Michael Jordan, like, you get both sides of this conversation. You got people saying if Michael Jordan played in this era, he'll average 40. If Michael Jordan played in this era, he wouldn't have 6 rings. Like, you'll hear all that type of stuff. But it's like, yo, athletes are training in the era they're in. When people have these type of conversations, is wild to me. Like, if LeBron James played in the 80s and 90s, the flopping stuff, he wouldn't be doing it. LeBron would probably be one of the most aggressive players in the NBA. Because you got to think of the time period where aggression was the key thing for men around that time. And you got to understand that manipulating the game to the way they do it today, they didn't really do that. You focus more on the game. So LeBron will be doing some amazing things in the 80s and 90s. Like, Michael Jordan will be doing Michael Jordan 3-point percentage will be higher because you know how he worked. And his mentality that threes were kind of like a waste, he wouldn't really be thinking about that today. It would be like, threes are necessary, right? You see it, because look at Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant shot a better 3-point shot than Michael Jordan. I believe a lot of people would say that, right? That's because of the era Kobe was in. Kobe was in the era when the 3-point shot was getting a little more popular. Not as popular as it is today, but it was more necessary today than in Michael Jordan's era. You can't shit on the people from the past talking about they couldn't do shit today, because you acting like y'all gonna take them from their era and they only know shit from their era. It can't work like that. It can't work like that. I really don't like those type of conversations, and I feel that fuels the GOAT conversation. Like, I don't like saying who's the GOAT. Like, to me, like, if I had to really pick a GOAT, it would be Michael Jordan, just because if you think about what he did in his era, I don't think anyone else did that in their era. Like, you can probably say Bill Russell, but Bill Russell's time was so far, like, so long ago, it's hard to kind of put that in perspective because it was so long ago. Now, Michael Jordan is in an era where a lot of people have highlights and stuff like that. So Michael Jordan's legacy will last for a long time. Not like Bill Russell, where I don't think you can find a Bill Russell game. You know, you probably can, but it's not going to be too many. And you're not going to be able to digest and accept the way they're playing. They can barely do it now. They say Michael Jordan was playing against bums, where the same people that's saying that Michael Jordan was playing against bums dog, they wouldn't be quote unquote bums in today's era. They would be playing exactly how these guys are playing today. They would. They wouldn't like a Karl Malone, right? I don't even like talking about the man. But Karl Malone in today's era would not play how he was playing in his era. He wouldn't. He wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you get the athletes that get caught into the change of era, where their style get dated and they kind of can't, I don't want to say can't adjust, but the league won't allow them to adjust. They'll just push them out. You know, maybe it's an attitude thing. Maybe it's whatever. You know, you don't play ball as far as politics. Because, yeah, y'all can't tell me Boogie Cousins shouldn't be in the league right now. With today's era. He can shoot threes. He can do a lot of stuff still. But they don't want him in the league. Like, it's a lot of factors into why certain people can't play in eras and stuff like that. But my thing is, overall, my whole spiel is that you cannot judge a player for what they did in their era and say that they wouldn't be doing what they're doing or it wouldn't be that effective in this era. They wouldn't even be playing the way they were playing in that era. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Like Michael Jordan, you see how Anthony Edwards play, and I know that's like one of the Anthony Edwards, Michael Jordan's son, all that, blah, blah, blah. But Michael Jordan probably will be playing like Anthony Edwards. But the level of excellence and dedication Mike had to the game, it will be Anthony Edwards plus the winning factor. Now, Anthony Edwards is still young, so he got time to get there because it took Mike a little bit to get there. But the way Anthony Edwards is playing, I can say Michael Jordan will probably be playing like that today. You know, if y'all saying I'm bugging, let me know in the comments, man. You feel me? If y'all agree with me, agree with me. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. But Easy said, stop comparing eras. Matter of fact, scratch that. Easy said, stop disrespecting the past because you lack of knowledge and understanding.